Yeah, so it's been a while. It's been a month or so since I've done a walking video. A couple of reasons. Main one, seem to have developed a bit of tendinitis in my upper leg, so it's just restricted my movement a little bit. Been doing physio now for the past month or so, trying to fix it. I mean, what I'm finding every time I go in there, it just lays you down, cracks your back first, which the first time he does it, it's you kind of not expecting it. Well, you are, but you don't. But then the second, third, fourth, fifth time, he's like, right, just relax. It's like, I can't, because I know what you're going to do. So it just gets me almost like in the recovered position, puts an arm around his shoulder, gets me leg over his neck, well, it seems like it anyway, and just says, relax, just starts rocking me, and all of a sudden, and you can just hear a nice satisfying crack. You'll have to bear with me as well. I'm a little bit out of sorts when it comes to walking, so I might just have to stop on that occasion, have a nice look at the wildlife, and that's just an excuse to stop and get my breath back. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I've not done any videos. So for my 4 subscribers, if you're wondering where I was, that's the answer. I've been doing a lot of mountain biking. That doesn't seem to affect my leg or anything, so that's good. I'm doing that. And then a bit further that way, you've got Duffstone as well. And there's been a team there. There's still a team there now. That's just keeping an eye on things. Today's really the first day we've had a bit of low cloud as well for a long time. So I think we've had a bit of rain overnight as well. It's Monday the 17th. It's Monday the 17th of August. And it's just starting to feel a little bit more autumnal now after the exceptionally dry summer that we've had this year. So yeah, and there's another reason why as well I've not done anything for a good month, well, walking wise anyway. Obviously, I mean, a small part of that would be kind of the weather. I don't do very well with, you know, with hot weather, so I just don't find it enjoyable in the slightest. But yeah, the other main reason is we're currently in the process of selling our house and buying a house, which watchers of my previous video will probably be acutely aware of that. And we should have been moving tomorrow. Yeah, we should have been moving tomorrow. But I mean, listen to this. So Thursday last week, which was what, it was literally 4 days before we're due to, 4 days before we're due to move. And Lorraine gets a phone call from our solicitors saying they seem to have picked up an issue with the unadopted part of a road that leads into our property. So that's put everything on hold again. We was due to complete on the 18th. You know, everything's in place and stuff, and then at the last minute, they dredge this up. And we've got everything in boxes. I've packed up my workshop. You know, that's all in boxes, so I can't use that. I've got a job in Macclesfield building some cabinets and some bookcases on I think it's on the 27th. And that would have been in the new workshop. So like if we moved on the 18th, it would have given me plenty of time it's like over a week to set up my workshop in the new house. But Oh, it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating as hell. Because like I say, you're taking everything off your walls, you're filling the holes, so all your personality's like just been taken away from your house, or your home I should say. So now it just feels like a house. So we just sat there surrounded by boxes, all because either their solicitor has found this at the last minute, this issue. I mean, we've had surveys done. Well, the potential new owners of our house have had surveys done. They've had valuations done on our property. You know, they've had the deeds, so they've had ample time to, you know, to find any discrepancies or any issues. But like I say, you know, now it's 4 days before we're due to complete, and they find this. So we're still a little bit up in the air as to when the new completion date is going to be. But it's just been such a long-winded process. It's been getting on for 13 months now, since we first put it on the market, since we first started doing viewings, tidying the house within an inch of its life. And 13 months later, we're still in a state of flux. You know, we're not too sure whether it's going to go through, or if it's just a matter of waiting another week until we get another completion date. But it's just frustrating, and I know it's against like what my physiotherapist has said, but I'm coming out. I mean, I've got to come out. I mean, how can you not? You know, as soon as I got out of the van, as soon as I parked the van up, as soon as I started walking, I could just feel my stress lifting again. You know, whether that's connected to, you know, stress is connected to my back issue, or sorry, me upper leg issue. Who knows? You know, whether it's all connected or not. But yeah, like I say, I'm just doing a little scramble now, and it's up Torside Clough, and yeah, this was the video I posted. It was kind of a mindfulness scramble. It didn't do very well, to be honest. I think people just need to know where I am, don't they? But yeah, this is Torside Clough, and this is one of my favourite spots in the Peak District. This is right at the northern tip of the Peak District, near Glossop. And the sound of water as well, that familiar sound of water that I've missed is back again. But yeah. Oh, them fucking nuts. Oh God, my skin's crawling. Literally doing a bit more flying into the drone. Thought, right, I'm out of the way of the water now, so they will be mothering me up here. Literally, one of them came, must have told his mates, WhatsApp group, yeah, there's somebody up here, let's go. And within 30 seconds, covered in them. Absolutely covered in them. So, I mean, not as bad as the ones in Scotland. I mean, I'll give them that. I mean, they're like gnats with attitude in Scotland. I'm sure if you'd put them under a magnifying glass, they'd have like knuckle dusters on and tattoos. But yeah, we're on the Pennine Bridleway now. I mean, Pennine Bridleway is down to Torside Reservoir, Longdale Trail, that kind of stuff. But if you go that way, you'll end up in Derwent Water, Lady Bower over that way. I've not really done much on YouTube this last month. I've been watching a few videos though, and it seems to be I don't know if it's just my algorithm, because I've watched maybe 1 or 2 videos on this subject, but people who have decided to quit alcohol, there seems to be a massive influx of videos like telling you about their experiences since quitting. There's a guy called Paul Messenger as well. He does a lot of wild camping, and I think he just started doing like stuff like this, just like a like a talking head kind of, yeah, like a talking head kind of video thing, where he's just talking to people about his experience. Because I think his last video, he was telling everybody that he's had 6 months off alcohol, which I can get why you do a video on, because it's something to be very proud of. And you know, talk about quite similar things to what a lot of people, including myself, have experienced since giving up drinking. And a big one for me was the social aspect of it. You know, going out with your mates and stuff like that. And it's one of them where if you're in it, if you're drinking, it's just that world that encompasses you, and you don't really think anything of it. You know, you're in a pub, everybody else around you, you know, he's doing the same thing, he's getting drunk. But then take away the alcohol, things look very, very different. Very different. And you start thinking to yourself, which a lot of people have experienced this as well, is, was that me? God, was that me? God, I must have been really annoying for people. But yeah, on the subject of quitting drinking, I think it's, I don't know, I've lost count. It's probably 18 months, roughly. So it'll be 2 years in at the end of this year. For me, it's just become a new normal. And a good normal as well. I feel a lot healthier. I feel a lot brighter. And from what I'm finding as well, I can deal with stressful situations better as well. For me, that's the killer for me, was using the alcohol as a crutch. You know, because on Thursday when we found out that the sale of our property wouldn't be happening like this Tuesday, tomorrow, that would have been it. Wine out of the fridge, drink a full bottle, feel like shit. And that was a vicious circle that was kind of involved in. But now, you know, maybe I might just go out on my bike, come out for a little stroll in the hills like this that I'm doing today. And that for me combats the stress and keeps it all at bay. And in the long run, that's going to be better for my health as well. Better for my blood pressure and better for my mood. and better for my pocket as well. I mean, I still go out on the odd occasion with friends. I mean, you know, my friend circle has changed by virtue of the fact that I'm no longer drinking. I think my friend circle has kind of got smaller, you know, but do I feel like I'm losing out? No, I don't. I don't at all. I mean, if people want to carry on in the pub culture, drinking at home, then be my guest, but that's just not me. That's just not my lifestyle. It's just not my new normal nowadays. So here I am. Like I say, we're just a little bit in limbo at the moment with the house move. Who knows what's around the corner? And I think since this is the third chain we've been involved in, and the first two have collapsed, what's to say the third one isn't going to do exactly the same? And that's another thing as well. You know, mental health and all that kind of stuff, I feel it's a bit stronger, and I feel it's able to deal with this kind of stuff and think about things rationally, and not to get excited about potentially moving, not to get giddy, because you don't know when something's going to be taken away from you, so things out of your control. And yeah, so like I say, watch your space. Let's see what's going to happen, eh? That.